don't understand that Michael Brown does not want to be remembered for a riot. He wants to be remembered as the one that made America deal with how we gonna police in the United States. This is not about you.
Not at all. Not at all.
This is about justice. This is about fairness. And America is going to have to come to terms with there's something wrong. That we have money to give military equipment to police forces, but we don't have money for training and money for public education and money to train our children. America. How do you think we look when the world can see you can't come up with a police report, but you can find a video you think we look when young people march non-violently asking for the land of the free and the home of the brave to hear their cry, and you put snipers on the roof and pointed guns at them? How do we look? How do we look when people that support the officer, and they have a right to do that and an obligation if they feel that, but if they support him, they're supporters. But if we come to support the family, we're dividing the country. What does God require of us? In 3 weeks, we saw Marlon Pinnock, a woman in Los Angeles, laid out on the freeway, Congresswoman Maxine Waters. A California highway patrolman hit her 15 times on video with no weapon in her hand, nothing, no threat to her. Right after that, a man, they said that he had Lucy cigarettes, and they put an illegal chokehold on him. Man videoed it 11 times. He said, I couldn't breathe. And the man, a policeman, wouldn't let him go. Later that week, we see Michael laying on the ground. America, it's time to deal with policing. We are not the haters, we're the healers. What does it require of us? We can't have a fit. We got to have a movement. A fit, you get mad and run out for a couple of nights. A movement means we got to be here for the long haul and turn our chants into change. Our demonstration in the legislation, we have got to stay on this so we can stop this. We need the Congress to have legislation about guidelines in policing. We need to have a fair, impartial investigation. Those that are compromised will not be believed. And we need those that are bad cops. We're not anti-police. We respect police. But those police that are wrong need to be dealt with, just like those in our community are wrong need to be dealt with. Let us be real clear. The only thing, if you have a bushel of apples, the only thing that messes up good apples is if you don't take the rotten apples out the bushel. We are not the ones making the cops look bad. It's the bad apples that you won't take out the bushel. But then let me say this, what does God require? We got to be straight up in our community too. We had to be outraged at a 9-year-old girl killed in Chicago. We had to be outraged by our disrespect for each other, our disregard for each other, our killing and shooting and running around gun-toting each other so that they're justifying trying to come at us because some of us act like the definition of blackness is how low you could go. Wow. Blackness has never been about being a gangster or a thug. Blackness was no matter how low we was pushed down, we rose up anyhow. Blackness was never surrendering. Our pursuit of excellence. It was when it was against the law to go to some schools. We built black colleges and learned anyhow. When we couldn't go downtown to church, we built our own AME church and our Church of God in Christ. We never surrendered. We never gave up, and now we get to the 21st century. We get to where we got some positions of power, and you decide it ain't black no more to be successful. Now you want to be a nigga and call your woman a hoe. You've lost where you come from.